Hi, everybody. Welcome to Judith's Jewelry Box. I'm Heidi Ripka, and I have a surprise. Gina had her babies. She had two little girls. Yay. So I have with me this evening Sharon Scott. Hi,
Yay!
Sharon. Thank you
Right.
so much for joining me. I'm so happy that you're here.
Oh, I am very happy to be here. We have so much fun. I'm already in the jewelry.
Well, I see you're all bedecked and it looks stunning on you. I just want to quickly introduce you to everybody, though, because I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with you, but just,
I just
oops, I
wanna
have
quickly
volume on
introduce you to
my
everybody, though,
computer
because
that I don't
I
usually
don't
have
know,
on. Hold
I'm
on,
sure a lot of
please.
people are familiar with you, but
Sorry about that. I like to follow along on Facebook. So if anyone's commenting, I could follow along with your comments. But so Sharon Scott has been a member of the JTV family for over 25 years. And so, Sharon, when you said that you'd step in and help me tonight, I was over the moon.
yeah.
Someone that's been with JTV for so many years. So, thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, this is an honor. To me, this is a dream come true because I told Heidi I have loved Judith Ripka jewelry for more years than I can remember. So I'm in heaven.
Well, we are so happy to have you. And I must say, you wear that jewelry so beautifully. And those okay, let's just stop everything right there and talk about those fabulous, fabulous earrings you chose to wear tonight because those are drop dead gorgeous. Those are the town and country earrings. Sharon, I had a few black tie affairs this past fall, the beginning of the fall. I wore them religiously, going out to dinner with my husband. I keep going for those earrings over and over again, but boy, let me tell you, those look incredible on you.
They feel good.
They feel, well, you look like $1 million. And I have a pair of them here. I'm just going to hold them up so people could see them while you're modeling them. Let me show everybody what this town and country earring is. It's direct from the Couture collection. So this was made initially in 18 karat gold diamonds. And we did it just like this with a slice of black onyx, a genuine black onyx. You have all this incredible detailing on the earring top, all of our texture. You have all this pave Bella Luce, and then you have this magnificent micro pave frame going around that slice. I'm just going to hold it to the side so people could see the very low profile of that slice with the beveled edge. And then we have these accents of the prong set Bella Luce going around the frame. And then Judith added a little bit of fun and excitement down the bottom with these cubes. Each of these cubes have movement. They're all linked individually, so they really they just move around. They dance in your ears, and each of them have a prong set Bella Luce. So there's tons of sparkle, airline. So we did that so that it wouldn't be too heavy, but it has all the Berger texture. And this earring has a post with the omega back. We do that especially on a large earring so that it sits upright and comfortable. And Sharon, you're a perfect representation of how an earring's supposed to sit because it is sitting flawlessly on your ear.
And you know what? The reason I'm so proud of that is because when I was young, my mother said, "You are not piercing your ears." So guess what? I did it myself and I didn't do a good job. I many, many, I mean, that's been so long ago. But I noticed the first thing when I put them on, they were so comfortable and they fit and sat perfectly. I noticed that. So that's just a great design.
It's a great design, and that's what you would expect out of couture quality jewelry. And so when we design these pieces and we would work with the factories on these pieces, we always, one of the parameters I would always say is there's a maximum weight because at a certain point, an earring becomes too heavy, it's uncomfortable, and most people, I know certainly me, after an hour, if it's pulling down my ear or pinching my ear, it's off. It's in my handbag, and I'm done. And then I feel like my whole look is ruined because I'm not wearing, my earring, which is like usually the piece de resistance of my whole outfit. It's like that earring pulls everything together. So, and this is one of those fabulous statement earrings that you could wear alone. Like, don't wear a necklace, just wear a fabulous earring and you're set. But if you want to wear a necklace, it complements so many different pieces and it can dress up or dress down, which is great.
Yeah, no, I agree totally. That's one of the things I noticed is that usually with a large earring, it will sometimes fight with something else, and these don't. As a matter of fact, even with a necklace, it enhances the necklace. That's very hard to find. And these enhance this. And then, like you said, if you wore nothing, they're perfect alone.
Yeah, it has a nice balance, but yet could wear it on its own, which is great. And so for anyone that's curious, the earring is 2.62 inches in length. It's about an inch in width. The stone is a 29 by 19 millimeters, so it's a nice big slice of black onyx. And could you believe this has 7.22 carats of Bella Luce?
Oh,
That's a
that
lot of sparkle. A
I love
lo-
sparkle. But what? It's not too much. That's what I noticed. Even Heidi and I got to talk yesterday, and she had them on, and I looked at her and I thought, "Whoa, she looks so beautiful." And those earrings just pop, and they're so the balance between the sparkle and the onyx is just flawless.
I agree. And let's say hi to Betsy. Hey, Betsy. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of black onyx tonight, Betsy. So I hope you like black onyx because that is the theme of the evening. Black onyx, some black spinel, and I think we have a little bit of black agate thrown in there as well. So that's just the start of it. So I went in the opposite direction of you. I went with a bolder necklace. So I actually decided to scale down my earring a little bit and I went with the Monaco. We have 2 Monacos that we're gonna look at tonight. I went with this smaller one, but
Mhm,
again, direct from couture.
mhm,
So everything that we were discussing with the other earring, we pay attention to all the details. So it's the curvature of the earring top so that the earring sits straight, the beautiful micro pave going around that double rose cut cabochon onyx stone,
mhm,
the cherries in the corner. So, Sharon, when you see a piece from Judith Ripka and it has prongs or stones or beads or any cluster of 3 like these, we
mhm,
usually call them our cherries. So those are our cherries that are holding this stone in place. You have the micro pave stem on the top. It's beautifully finished in the back with an engraved back plate. And this is a lever back closure. So I don't know if on here you could hear that snap. I'm going to
mhm.
do it again though, just so that you could hear it. But these
Yeah.
snaps, so it's a nice strong spring. These are all those things that when we're making the jewelry with the factories, those are the expectations that we have. We want all of our findings, all of our mechanisms to be strong, to be durable. I mean, listen, it's still jewelry. You still need to treat it, carefully, but we
Mhm.
want it to hold up for years and years to come. So you could pass it down and keep it in your family for generations.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just looking at these, the quality, there's such a difference in every single detail of Ripka designs because you see every little tiny bit of sparkle. It's just, there's such a difference in quality just by the look. It's just, she knows, Heidi knows that I have been a fan for so long and have purchased so many pieces well before she even knew about JTV. So I'm a huge Judith Ripka fan. Huge.
And that's why I'm so glad and appreciative that you're doing this with me tonight because I know that you have that passion and the excitement that so many women feel for jewelry. So to have you doing this with me just makes it that much more fun for me,
Oh,
Sharon.
it's from the heart, that's for sure.
And let me tell you, it makes a difference when it's from the heart. Everyone feels it when it's from the heart. So thank you. But yeah, when we talk about our collection, the material that we're using on JTV, it is sterling silver with rhodium plate, or it is sterling silver with 14 karat genuine gold on top of sterling silver. So whether you're a gold person or a silver person, you're still getting the same base material. It's just a different plating on top. And what we did instead of 18 karat gold, like I said, we did silver with the different platings, and we did the same thing with the diamonds. We swapped out diamonds,
Mhm,
Bella Luce. And the reason why I'm pointing all this out is the jewelry, the essence of the jewelry, where it all comes from is fine jewelry.
mhm.
So that why when you look at these pieces and you see the quality and the detail, it's because we're making all these pieces the same way that we would make our couture collection.
Mhm, mhm.
We don't cut corners. We're not looking to make things lighter. We're not looking to use a less expensive mechanism. We want to maintain it.
Mhm, mhm. You know, yesterday I was telling Heidi that my husband had worked many years ago in New York. When I was very, very young, and I used to go down Madison Avenue, and I would look at Judith Ripka's. Of course, her store was there, and I would look in the window and I would see these pieces. And of course, I was too young to buy the 18 karat gold and the diamonds. But I thought someday, and my goal, my whole focus was someday to own Judith Ripka pieces. And now you've made it available for us. So, I mean, I feel like it's sort of like, the impossible became possible because of these beautiful pieces you made. And I mean, it's such an, I always aspire to own something like this. And now I can.
And now you and really I hope that most people can, because everybody deserves to feel the quality that goes into luxury designer jewelry. And you don't have to have, hundreds of thousands of dollars to be able to acquire it and collect it and wear it and enjoy it. And the interesting thing, because having worked for the brand for 30 years, I have such a deep collection of 18 karat gold. And so many of these pieces I have in 18 karat as well as in the silver. And when I put the two side by side, I frequently have to loop them to
Hmm.
figure out which one is the gold and which one is the silver, because they're coming from the same model and they look identical. And I'm just so proud of the fact that I've made it so that everybody could enjoy that. That's tremendously important to me.
Yeah, and it's the truth. When I was looking at the jewelry tonight, I thought because I have two jewelry boxes and I have one with, my 18 karat gold and my others, I thought I wouldn't know which one to put this in because it all looks the same. It's so, and my goal someday is to get into your jewelry box and look at yours. See stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely fun, and I have to say though, a lot of times I mix my 18 karat gold with my jewelry from JTV, because there's so many pieces that we've brought to JTV that
Mhm.
I chance to purchase in 18 karat gold. So now I'm able to build my collection by marrying the two together, which it makes me so excited. So when there are pieces that I didn't get a chance to have, and now all of a sudden I've added them to my collection, I'm like incredibly ecstatic over it. I love it.
It's fun. I was telling one of my girlfriends I go to dinner with every week. I said, when we go to dinner this week, I'm wearing Judith Ripka. She said, when did you get some more Judith Ripka? I mean, she was so excited. And I'll just make you wait and see it. So I'm
You're
just so
gonna
proud.
say, go to
When you wear Judith Ripka, you have a sense of pride when you're wearing it. You just do.
absolutely. And it's an interesting brand in the sense that when people see you wearing Judith Ripka, they know you're wearing Judith Ripka. Most brands, when people see you wearing another brand, they recognize it because they've seen it advertised. So many jewelry brands, not so many, but the top jewelry brands spend millions of dollars advertising the same few styles over and over. So when somebody owns it and is wearing it, you recognize it because you saw their advertisement. But Judith Ripka is known for her textures and her details, and as a result, you don't have to have seen that exact style ever before. But if you're familiar with Judith Ripka, once you see it on somebody, you'll say, "Is that a Judith Ripka?"
Right.
People just know it because it's so distinctive. And
Mhm.
that's so unusual to find in a jewelry brand.
So true, so true. You're absolutely right. You can tell. And this is what I urge people to do, even at JTV. If they have never tried a piece, if you try it one time, just like Heidi said, from then on, you will always instantly recognize a piece of Judith Ripka. You will.
You'll recognize it. And what I have seen, without a doubt, in all the years I've been with the brand, people, once they buy their first piece and they see it and they try it and they get it home, they become hooked
Yes.
because of the beauty, because of the quality, but also because how easy it is to collect and layer new pieces. And it's okay, honey. The cat got out of the room. It's okay.
Okay.
He'll laugh, I'll start sneezing or coughing, and yeah, I know, it's okay. Um, I tried to spare myself from Orange. He was all over me all day today, Sharon, but he was adamant. He loves being in the spotlight, this cat. So on my last point. Anyway, so people love collecting Judith Ripka because it is so easy to collect. Not everybody can go out and buy an entire collection all in one shot, but it's okay because everything works back to each other. So if you buy something today and you want to wait until another special occasion, you wait a year from now, whatever we're showing a year from now is going to work back to something you already purchased. The text tied together, the details tied together. It doesn't all have to come from, you know, for example, the Monaco collection. So I don't know if you saw, I quickly just switched out my earring from the one I was originally talking about. We
Mm,
have one that's more of a statement earring. So
yes.
if this is a little too small for some people, and you want more of a statement, we
Mhm.
have this Monaco earring. And so this Monaco earring, again, direct from couture. It has an oval rose cut stone on the top, a cushion on the bottom. It has the cherries in the corners. Those are all prong set with Bella Luce. It has our texture. I'm just quickly going through the details because I want to show you something. It has the post and the omega back. But the reason I want to show you this is because so this is the Monaco collection. Here I'm wearing an Aurora ring. Now, this Aurora ring came out a few years after this, but if I had only bought this earring and maybe I didn't want a Monaco ring, well, the Aurora ring works back perfectly. And if I didn't want to do something with an onyx and I wanted to do, I don't have another ring to show right now, but if I wanted just a metal ring or something with pave, it will all tie together, which is the beauty of this collection. Okay, orange, time to go. Sorry about that.
Oh,
He's
that
been special. So I wanted to show those 2 earrings because 2 different looks, they look great on you too, but look at the drama.
yeah.
So you got like a small, medium, and large story here. So we have the smaller one that I started with, then you have the medium size, which is this drop version of the Monaco, and then we have the drama in
Yeah.
that town and country earring, which is phenomenal.
It is. It's great. And I love what we're talking about. Everything works together. So, and it's so true. So, if you picked one piece of Judith Ripka and you put it on, anything else that you've got in your collection, you put that on with it, it goes. It just all goes.
That's right. And so build it up. So for example, I'm wearing the new basket weave chain, the Verona basket weave chain. I'm wearing it in silver. It also comes in clad. So this is direct from Italy. Um,
Mm,
one of our heart charms permanently attached. It has our signature lobster claw with the Pave Belluce. Now, I could have worn the chain on its own, but I decided to pop onto here one of our More is More heart enhancers. This is all Pave Black Spinel. It has the accents of the cherries in the Pave Belluce, the prongs at Belluce, and it has details of Belluce throughout on the bell, on the top here. But so this is a great statement piece, but again, it ties back. So this is more is more. It ties back to my Monaco earrings. You could wear it easily with the town and country earrings that you had on.
oh, yes.
Chain alone, the chain with the beautiful enhancer. And the other thing is this chain, so easy to just turn it around, wear it as a clean basic chain. And Sharon, I know the collection is somewhat new. You know the collection, you know the brand for years, but in
Yeah.
terms of working with me, this is probably the first time you've had this collection
Yeah.
in your hand. And what's amazing is you have these 2 different chains, but the weightiness of them, it's amazing how you can get this big, bold scale or you can get this tighter chain, and they just feel so rich and so good, and they're all made by hand, which I love that that feature is that we get that Italian handmade chain that we get to bring to you.
Oh, and it feels, if you have been used to feeling really fine, solid 18 karat gold and really fine jewelry, you know that different feel. And that's what this feels like. The
That
18 karat through. That's just
it
what it,
right, there's no it doesn't feel like that light sometimes
oh,
things are lightweight. And I will tell you that there have been times that the Italian factory will bring me a sample of a necklace, and I'll say to them, "No, this is too light. I need you to make the wire thicker, heavier, bolt like I don't want to change the scale. The scale is perfect,
Mhm.
but you need to make the weight
Yeah.
heavier
Mhm.
because I don't want anyone to put it on and be like, this doesn't feel like Ripka." You you expect the jewelry to feel a certain way. It's not only how it looks, but it's also how it feels. And
Mm,
so I'm always monitoring those details because I have very high expectations
mhm.
for both the quality, the look, the feel. We used to joke around in the office years ago. We also used to do what we call a noise test, where we take the chain, for example, and if
Uh,
it like it was making a tinny noise, it went back. It wasn't heavy enough. It couldn't have a like that hollow noise. That was unacceptable. Send it back, make it thicker, make it heavier. We don't like a noise like that. We want it to feel good,
mhm,
and
mhm.
we want it to sound good.
Another thing that I love about the fact that you have had so many years working with the couture collection, and we were talking about, we can't talk about it here, but I said, Heidi, tell me the celebrities, tell me everybody that's purchased for you, tell me all the celebrities because, and it's just the who's who of the world. And so when you have catered to the who's who of the world, I think, just like you said, expect a certain standard, and you literally can't live with anything less. So when Heidi brings something, I get excited because I know that that I can walk in with, Judith Ripka, and I just feel like, one of those superstars.
Well, we want everyone to feel like a superstar,
That's
and we want everyone to feel the luxury. We want everyone, every customer, every client. They're all special to us. It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity, a socialite, a first lady, royalty. Every single customer, we want them to feel good when they're wearing the jewelry. We want them to be proud when they're walking around wearing it. We want to know that we're helping women feel empowered. And
yeah.
part of being empowered is when you feel good about yourself. And
Mhm.
when you are wearing jewelry that makes you feel like I'm here, I'm done, I'm put together. You just walk in with a different kind of confidence.
When-
And that is important to us. And so that's why we don't skimp on those things. We really want to make sure that every woman, when she puts on the jewelry, feels her best.
it feels
How
beautiful.
much as we can, obviously, from afar. We're helping everybody however we can from afar.
That's a blessing for all of us because, I can still remember as being a younger woman looking at those pieces, thinking, oh, someday, maybe someday, and feeling. I would go in and, look at the pieces, and I sometimes, I was very young, and I thought, I know they, I'm not sure I can even afford to look in here right now. That then these pieces feel just like those pieces. So I just am so confident, and every woman, like you say, is going to feel beautiful and confident and special,
And
special.
and that's the goal. I mean, you know, for example, like the heart that you're wearing, we put a back plate. Like we
Yeah.
fit these pieces exactly the same way we would finish the couture pieces. We just want you to feel good about it. And I'm just so happy that like everyone could share in the excitement of couture product now, of the couture jewelry,
Mhm.
because of the fact that we were able to bring it at more attainable prices without sacrificing those special details.
It was so exciting. And I love what you said earlier because if you try it one time, you're hooked. I mean, and then everything you look at, you have a tendency to compare it to Judith Ripka. You
Yeah,
do. You can't help it.
and it's true. You know, I I see people starting to collect it, and then they want to say, "Oh, well, I want some diversity in my collection," and they go and they buy something else. Then they end up returning. They've told me they end up returning it because when they put it on together, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. And I think when they say that, they feel it doesn't just feel as finished and good and pristine as the quality
Mhm.
of the finishing for Judith Ripka jewelry. So, I get a lot of pride out of hearing that because that means I've done my job right. And I've
Wow.
that quality for everything that, we make. And I take it personally when something happens, when something, if a stone falls out, I always feel badly. It's jewelry, things happen, but it literally hurts me personally when things like fortunately it doesn't happen that often. But I will tell you, I take it to heart when it does. So I
These
always
are babies. They're your babies.
they and I touch each and every one of them. So I want to know that they've been made to everyone's perfection. So I know we're starting to get a little long on time. I just want to go back quickly
Yeah.
to the necklaces, to the enhancers, so that we don't keep everybody all night. Because Sharon, I think you and I could talk about this collection all
Well, oh, I could. We could take another hour.
night. So I brought two chains tonight. So the one I'm wearing, I was saying before, is from the Verona collection. It
Mhm.
is a basket weave link. So these have multiple textured links all connected together. So it has this beautiful substance to it. It's available in both the silver that I'm wearing. It has the 14 karat gold clad, which is 14 karat genuine gold over sterling silver, the oversized lobster claw, which we do intentionally. The oversized lobster claw serves a few purposes. The first is ease and convenience. This is jewelry made for women by women, and we've all been there where you have a finding our lobster claw that's so small that we're struggling to close it on our own. This way, it's nice and easy to function. Big plunger, easy to get into the link, no issues there. But the other reason is the look that Judith Ripka has done over the years, that's signature to her, is wearing this claw in the front with the charm, either alone or like how you and I are both wearing it, where you put an enhancer on the claw like this. And
That's
isn't that great? And sometimes you could put multiple enhancers. So
mhm.
in this case, it's a big enhancer, so I'm gonna stick with just one. But I will tell you, if I had a much smaller heart, I might layer it on top. Sometimes I like to do that. So that's the new woven basket weave chain. However, our most popular, best-selling all-time chain, direct from couture, is the Verona Romance necklace.
Mm.
Similar concept, we offer it in both sterling silver and the 14 karat gold clad. It also has that oversized claw. It has a double-sided heart charm. This is a Rolo link where it's alternating textured and polished links. But again, wear it like this with the enhancer. You could turn it around. You could put an enhancer through one of the links. You could layer it. Sharon, I have something that I do sometimes. It's a little tacky, I admit it, but I share it. So sometimes I like to wear this with other necklaces and I need it shorter.
Yeah.
Safety pin through the links to shorten it.
Oh, that's a great
So
idea.
sharing that with people. I need to actually make a Judith Ripka safety pin, I think.
Fabulous. Do you know I have actually thought of that before because a lot of times I have a small neck and I would like to have things pulled up and I think, well, how exactly am I going to do that? But that's a great idea. And if you made one and put some Bella Luce on it, we're going.
Exactly. I think I need to talk to Kang Hee because as I'm saying it to you and I'm looking at my safety pin for my sewing kit, and I'm like, I need a nice safety pin. And I know Judith has made safety pins over the years, but I think we need to make one that's actually for because we have extenders for making necklaces longer, but I think to have a safety pin to make them shorter, I think I'm not the only one that would appreciate that, right?
No, no, I've actually thought of how could I do that. I mean, don't you talk about tacky. One time I had a top on that I needed for the necklace to come up high, and I thought the only thing I can think of is a zip tie. That's not but but I thought of that because I thought, what can I use? And I couldn't come up with anything that was pretty. So you've just answered it.
Well, and don't tell Judith this. She's the one that taught me that.
Okay, I'll tell her.
It's amazing what we've done with safety pins over the years when we're layering pieces and we're like, but I need to make it longer or shorter. It's like, oh, get a few safety pins.
Yeah, but we do what we've got to do. But I love the idea of you making that and putting some Bella. That's one of the things I love about the necklaces that you were just talking about. That even the clasps right here with all of the Bella. I mean, that's so elegant. And then when you put the other enhancers on it, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. And yes, Betsy, I'm telling you, actually, I'm writing it down, Betsy, so I don't forget it. I always keep a little notepad here, and I am definitely doing a safety pin for
Yay!
sure. Betsy, you have one coming.
I
I
want
gonna take to get it done, but I will definitely work on that. So one more enhancer to show everybody
to
tonight, and that is the Monaco enhancer. Are you still wearing the Monaco or did you switch? Oh, you switched.
switch
So
it up.
the Monaco enhancer. So this enhancer works back to the earrings that we were looking at earlier, the ones where I was wearing the shorter version, but it does also work back to the longer version. It looks great on the chains. I'm going to put it actually on the romance chain to show everybody. And this is if you don't want such a large scale enhancer. It has the same details that are in the earring. It has the cherries in the corner, has the micro pave halo going around that rose cut black onyx center. It has the pave Bella Luce on the bail. And the mechanism, again, direct from couture. So it's really simple, Sharon. I don't know if you noticed how easy it is to work this. It snaps and clicks into place. It has a spring inside, so it keeps it super, super sturdy. I'm going to show you it actually next to the heart so you can see the difference in the scale of it. So big difference in that scale.
No, I did notice that because again, the quality that you expect with Judith Ripka is there, even in the clasps. I mean, it's just there's just a difference.
There's a huge difference. A
Yeah.
huge difference. It all, it all means something when you see those details, when you get the jewelry home and you're looking at it. You just see the difference, especially if you've been collecting other brands all these years and it's your entrance into Judith Ripka.
Mm.
That's when people start to understand what we've been talking about.
You know how if you have a car that you've been driving for a very long time, and then you get that luxury car and you get in it and you think, how in the world could I ever have anything after this? That's kind of the way that you feel about Judith Ripka. Once you have it, you feel like, how can I mean, I love all of the jewelry we sell, but everything has its own place. And this is the couture luxury jewelry.
Yeah, it's so true, and I'm laughing that you just said that about the car because my dad and I both drive a car by the same brand, except he drives the top of the line, and he was blocking my car in, and I had to drive one of my daughters somewhere recently, and I'm like, "Dad, let me just take your car so I don't have to move the cars," and I get in his car and I'm driving, I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "There's a big difference between my car and his car." I'm like, "It doesn't mean anything that they have the same emblem on the front." Totally different.
Oh, I know.
So
The
it's
feeling
great.
that you just, oh,
And that literally is how I felt. I was like, wow, the seats. I'm like, oh, and the way like, cool. Like, yep, aspiration.
where I belong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just some quick housekeeping. On that black spinel heart, I just wanted to mention this has 3.66 carats of black spinel, a carat 26 of Bella Luce, and it's about 2 inches in length and about an inch and an inch and a third in width. So nice, nice scale on that. And the Monaco enhancer, like I was saying, it is scaled down. So this is about an inch and a third in length and about 3/4 of an inch in width. So
Mm.
definitely a difference in the size of that. This onyx is an 18 by 16 millimeters and a carat 72 in Bella Luce. So it actually has more Bella Luce, but much smaller scale. So I'm going to move into our last three pieces, Sharon,
Okay.
which are rings. So
Okay.
I know I flashed before our Aurora ring,
Oh,
and I have the Monaco ring, but these are direct from couture, some of my favorite styles of all time. This Aurora ring we've done in different stones. We actually have it currently on JTV, also in clad with a blue quartz doublet. It's so beautiful, but it's the scale of this ring, it's the simplicity of the shape of this ring. So it's an oval rose cut stone. I'm just gonna take it off. Oval rose cut stone. It has that micro pave halo of Bella Luce. And we call it Aurora because of the texture on the shank. This
Mhm.
works back to a collection that we've done over the years, different iterations, but it originally started as clusters of cabochon stones. And then what we did was we took the cabochons, we copied that concept, did our Berger texture over it so that it just has a really interesting effect. We do have Berger on the basket, tapers to the back. It is so comfortable. It's a
Mhm.
great ring to wear on any finger. I wear it a lot of times on my middle or my ring finger. You can wear it on your pointer finger. It's a great scale. It's a 22 by 16 millimeter stone. That's
Wow.
that's big stone. It has 71 points of Bella Luce.
Yeah, the sides of the shank are so incredibly beautiful. If I saw somebody wearing this, I would be putting a crane in my neck trying to see the side of it because it's so amazing. I mean, it's, every millimeter has something to look at.
Well, we always say that we design 360 degrees. So if you see plain metal on something that we've made, it's there by intention,
Mm,
an oversight. So frequently on the back of the ring, we do like a 10 millimeter sizing bar.
mhm,
Sometimes we'll give your eye a rest and we'll put a flute between two textures. Not always, but sometimes. So we really do design every part of the jewelry that we're bringing to you.
mm.
That's the Aurora ring. We then have the Monaco ring. Again, different scale, but chock full of so many special Judith Ripka details. So, like the enhancer and like the earrings, it has the cherries in the corner. It has that halo of beautiful, sparkling Bella Luce going around the rose cut black onyx stone. It has all the texture, has airlines. That pave even comes down the stem of the prongs. And then we continued it on the shank. We did a rolled shank, and those stones are kissing. They're so tightly set, minimal beadwork, and then even if you follow around to the back, we have our mesh texture finished on the inside beautifully with our engraved heart back plate. And that's available in both the 14 karat gold clad as well as in the sterling silver.
Oh, I love this. I especially love it with the pendant. So pretty. And it's
But
so
it's a great suite together.
mm,
Great suite together. I
mm,
love everything about the Monaco collection. The Monaco has been one of our best-selling collection for years and years, and with good reason. Never goes out of style. So classic, but so many beautiful, elegant details to it.
mhm.
So that leaves us with our last category that we didn't discuss yet, because we've dressed everyone from head to toe, Sharon. We started with earrings, we had some necklaces and some enhancers. We moved to the rings, but we can't have bare wrists, right? Can't
Oh,
wrist. Although I was telling Sharon, I'm like, I know that I put on more than what we had time to talk about, because I can't help myself. I more is more. That's what Judith's always taught me, and I can't imagine not having my full look on when I'm
mm,
presenting. So we have 2 bracelets to show you, but if anyone has any questions about anything else that I was wearing today, just let me know in the comments, and I'd be happy to clue you in. But so we have 2 bracelets. So Sharon, one of which I wasn't wearing. Are you wearing this link
yeah,
bracelet?
got it on. Let me do this. Yeah, right here.
So this is from the Verona collection. It is genuine agate stones that have been hand cut and hand assembled in this really fascinating link bracelet. So only the Italians could do things like this. So they took these larger textured links, mixed it with a smaller, hold on, can I pull it out? These smaller oval links, and then combined it with these black agate hand cut links to make this gorgeous statement bracelet with the loop and toggle. That loop and toggle is fluted in every direction, meaning you have the flutes on the bar, you have flutes crossing the bar, you have the rock crystal quartz cabs on the end, you have the fluting on the loop all over. So it all works together and it makes such a great statement. But I want to show everybody how it fits me. So when I put it on my wrist, it hangs down. So I'm showing you that because I know it says that it is 8 inches, and it is 8 inches. However, it doesn't mean it's for an 8 inch wrist. It's because these links are so big and bold that it measures 8 inches, but it takes up a lot of space on your wrist. So if you are an average size wrist, this is going to fit you.
Mhm, mhm,
If
mhm,
you probably, if you're slightly above an average size wrist, I have room in here, it'll fit you. It
mhm.
will be big. If you have a small wrist, it will be a little big on you. That I could promise.
I like it big because, and I have a very small wrist, but the reason that I like where it hangs is because, especially in the wintertime, if I'm wearing long sleeves, I want it to hang down below my sleeve so people can
Yeah.
see. So it
Yeah.
works
If you're
perfect.
comfortable with that, then yes, that definitely is the benefit to that. I always like to share that with people though about the sizing, especially because if you do typically wear a size 8 bracelet
Yeah.
and you home, I don't want you to feel badly that it says size 8 and it's too snug. It's not you. It's the way this is made. Um, have to buy that oval bracelet. Yes, it's a fabulous, fabulous bracelet. And yes, it is JRJ 531. Thank you. Betsy. You're right on it. So gorgeous, gorgeous, substantial link bracelet. Really, again, classic style, very sophisticated when you have those carved stone links in it. You want a necklace, Sharon?
You know what I As a matter of fact, I do. And you know what I was thinking about? Now, you probably would say, Sharon, don't do that. But I'm not too sure I wouldn't buy two of these and just make a.
Yeah, I actually have another one upstairs. I wish I had brought it downstairs with me. I wonder if I can get it around my neck. It probably would just hit right at my clavicle. That
Yeah,
could look great.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Love it.
experiment time. And so that was for the women that were focused on clad for tonight. But we also brought this incredible sterling silver black spinel and Bella Luce cuff with the popcorn mesh
Mhm.
going around. I mean, this bracelet, again, direct from Italy. But look at how this is made. This is made with a spring in it. So there's no mechanisms to put on. It's nice and springy. And so you have these 3 stations. Each one has 2 rows of the black spinel. The center has the Pave Bella Luce. It has all the Judith Ripka textures, the Southampton, and then you have this fantastic popcorn coriander um, link chain, for lack of a better explanation. The stations all have a back plate, but this also, so it says it's a 7.5, and it is when you put it on. But if your wrist is a little bit smaller, then what I do when I wear it is I just click it over. Whoop,
Mhm.
I had it the whole night like that. I just click it over like that, one on top of the other, and that's how I wear it so that it stays more snug around my wrist.
Love that. I love that. That's a
Isn't
great.
that great? Yeah, you just go like this.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
doesn't look great when I'm holding it up like this. When you're on, does when it's on, it doesn't affect you at all, and it keeps it nicely in place on your wrist too.
this is stunning. I mean,
Is that just
I saw that. I mean, when your eye, I call it super scan. You're super scanning the show. First thing my eye went to, I was like, "Whoa!"
yeah, and just I mean, I love the boldness. I first of all, I stacked it with a Pia cuff, which we're not supposed to be talking about tonight, but I so Pia cuff stacked with the Verona bracelet, stacked up with this Aurora ring. I love this whole look together. I just think it's such a powerful, cool, like as my mother-in-law would say, like downtown chic look.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh,
Really
I love
great.
that.
So
This is your calling card right here.
yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm
Great.
very, very elegant tonight.
You look elegant, you wear it so well. I love seeing you in it, and I really appreciate you joining me tonight, Sharon.
Oh, are you kidding? I mean, I would have paid you to let me do this. It's so much fun, and I love it. Well, the thing is, and I know we're getting ready to leave, but I have loved this jewelry. I mean, even the higher ups at the top of JTV know and I have loved Judith Ripka from years and years gone by. That was my go-to dream jewelry. Now I know Heidi, so that's a
Now, Heidi, we're making your dreams a reality. I make everyone's dreams a reality.
it's so much fun. And if you try it once, you'll just fall in love with it and want it forever and ever.
Uh, I couldn't agree with you more. Sharon, thank you again for tonight. And I hope you'll join me again next week because this was so much fun.
Or kidding, I wouldn't miss it.
Well, thank you. And Gina, if you're watching, I miss you. I hope the babies and Princess Isabella are all doing great. And everyone thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Have a great evening and a happy Halloween.
Oh yes, right. Happy Halloween. I forgot. You've got to do it. You've
I'll
got to.
do it. I'll do it.
Yes. Yes.
Happy Halloween.
The prettiest witch I've ever seen.
All right. Good night, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.